versa. How are you so quick? I think I need to change the title on this. Oh, it's already changed. Okay. Third, who dis? I need to. I'm setting up Visual Studio today. I just downloaded it actually because they're telling me to. Is this too loud? Visual Studio Code. Visual. Thank you. Thanks. What? Where's the extension panel? I need you guys to shut the fuck up so that I can search for the extension marketplace. I skipped something because you guys. Should I do a VS Code? Here, let me do a display capture? No, window capture. Game capture? I just do window capture. And yes. Okay, I'll put this here. Oh, why is it not showing? That's not good. Okay. I don't know, it's not, I can't get my VS to show up on this. I don't know why. But if I can't figure it out, then it is what it is, because I don't have time to try to like figure it out just for you guys. Just for you guys. It wouldn't be display capture, because I don't want you guys looking at my entire computer. It wouldn't be video capture, window capture. I mean, that's what I originally had it on. Not media source, color image. We'll just try window capture again and see if it will work. It's not working. Ah, thanks for following, Maravis. Now that I have headphones on, I can hear all like these things. Hi, Obey the Kush. You're so lucky. You're catching up with me. Wait, I keep missing the extension panels when they're showing me. You guys, I'm finally coding on stream again. Are we gonna cook today? I already made food because I had such a busy morning already. Okay. Okay. Live server. Okay. I'm still installing. What is this? It's the Udemy course that I got on object-oriented programming. Let me wait for this to install. 1 moment, please. Okay. Reload. Wait! Explorer. Open editors. Should I rename this? How do I rename this? I don't have the JS OOP, or did they just make that? Cheers, Yeah, the goal went up because you guys met my goal last time. So, hi Phantom! I missed Emily's stream earlier today, or she didn't stream, huh? Because I think I checked this morning before I started running my errands, and I don't think I saw, something on her. And usually she's, what is she usually doing? Oh, she's usually streaming on Fridays. But yeah, I didn't see her. I kind of want you guys to see my Visual Studios, just so that we can follow along. And if I have questions, then I can ask you guys. Let me fix this too, like this. Much better. She was a little late. She streamed. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. Did she have her face cam today? Let's see. And then how do I get my studio codes? Display capture. Window capture? I don't know why I can't get Visual Studio Code on there. It shows everything else, but not Visual Studio Code. Is that odd? Fuck it. Okay. Oh. That's how you add a new file. Open editors. I don't have that. Did I not download the... There's supposed to be text-to-speech for that, I think. Did you not do anything? I fixed it. Thanks for the bits. Last day before I disappear. I know. I'm sorry. I always disappear. I have a life, you guys. Let me do everybody's stream sessions. Oh, wait. Spectre, did you do a text thing? Because I fixed... Thank you. Okay, thank you guys so much. We know who has the bigger dick now, or I mean the bigger bits now. Wait, did I not download the correct thing? Because live server. Live server. I mean, I downloaded live server, but mine was the 4.0 version, and it's installed. But I don't have what they have. No, my notifications are on. Actually, no, my notification is just because I normally don't hear it because I don't have speakers, and when I live stream with you guys, oh, what happened to the webcam? When I live stream with you guys, it's I just don't have speakers, so I don't know what's going on. But I have headphones. Oh, that's weird. I don't know how to fix that. Oh, that's super gray. Come on. What's going on? I don't know what's wrong with this. Oh, now it's way too bright. Okay. This is like why I don't stream everything that I do. It doesn't like the sun. Okay. So I downloaded this. I go into my files panel. I don't have that. I can just do new file like this. What is that? Oh. Thanks for the follow. I can't. I have the new file, but I don't think this is done correctly. Don't save. What did I do wrong? Ha! I know, programming stream. Why is my VS Studios? This shouldn't be that difficult. Search. Variables. Live server. I have it. It's installed. Settings. There have been updates to it. Should not be that much. Hi Kaya, how are you doing? Thanks, Userman. Yeah, Userman. But yeah, I have like the 4.0 version. But then when I am going to my file editors, God, you guys, I can't focus. I'm okay with having the thermos on my factor curious. You guys, I have to study. I have to work on this. John is third. There's too many Johns in this. I focused on stream. I know, but then everyone was saying that I needed to stream. But now I just. Oh my god. Okay, I might turn off notifications for you guys. For us. We have to learn. I is third now. Joe is third. Window capture. You know what? I'm just going to do a display capture. Okay. I don't care anymore. So I'm on my VS. It might be easier if I do it like this, so you guys can see it. I already added the file right here. It's been installed. And then it's saying to go to my files here. I don't have a JSOP option, and then it tells me I can create something. How do I get that? Am I supposed to create a file on my desktop? I should have to get it there, like out there. Okay, stop, you guys. Open a folder. I should get back to you. And should I create a new folder? Object-oriented programming. I guess I'll just do. Actually, no. I should have like a programming. Folder. How do I view it? Yeah. And then new folder. JS. Okay. Select this folder. Oh, I see. It is. Okay. Create wave you have not already. Yeah, they totally skipped that part. So I have that. Oh, and then I need to create an index. HTML. Oh. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Okay, is this what you guys meant when you said that I wouldn't have to like type as much as I normally do when I'm on like Repel It? Index. Okay. I think you guys said for HTML, they're more like based on double quotes, right? Oh, nice. Okay. Is there no cap? I don't know. Oh, here. That might be. But now there's like too much going on the screen. Okay. So we have this. What be IDE? Can I eat IDE? What does IDE? I don't know what IDE is. Is this sub chat only? Sorry, my thing is like, oh, I don't know how to make it normal. Where am I missing? Oh, I thought that would have corrected it for me. I see. Okay. Save X. Index. Okay. Oh no, I think I messed up. I think this is supposed to be for the index here. And then this is supposed to be console.log. Hello world. Like this. Where's... How do I run this? Is that really... No, I don't think it's sub. Only. Shut up, you guys. Oh, okay. I don't have that menu. Am I missing something? Oh, shoot. Oh no, there's too many of these. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. How do I split the editor? My this looks different than theirs. They don't have this one here. Is this correct? I don't know what the command line is. I don't have this go live thing though, but I am sure that I downloaded it correctly. Installed. But it don't matter now. Where is the go go live. Did I not do this correctly? Go. They have a go live. Why can't you see my screen? I'm on, you should be able to see my screen. Right here, there should be like a go live thing. I don't know what IRC is. Ugh. Okay. I should have just clicked play again. And then VS code. Oh, there you go. Never mind. I figured it out, or they figured it out. Ah. Okay. Okay. We don't have hello world. It does not say hello world. What did I do wrong? I have my index.html. Oh, there's nothing on here anymore. Okay. Well, it was this tab, and then I had it in this script. Index.js. Oh. So then that should link to index.js, and then on my... No? There you go. Hi Suck TV, how are you doing? I'm learning to use the Visual Studio Codes. Okay. Yes, we do. I said Suck TV! Don't be mean! He just said this is for... Wait. They said you need 3 months of experience on this, and it's for intermediate. Is he trying to tell me to back away from this? I'll check tomorrow. Okay. I'm not a pro. Oops. He's gonna get really deep. Exactly. Am I? An ES6? ES6! ES6! That should be exciting. Thanks for the host. I paid for this one. It got really good reviews, and it had a lot of reviews too. You guys told me that there weren't classes in JavaScript. What? Who told me this? Why? I need to move this. What? I don't know what Cold Steel is. How many accounts do you have? Shouldn't you just have like one account on Udemy and it just like adds onto your thing? I bet you that's probably your real password. Oh, you can hear it? I will increase the volume. Okay. Hold up. This should more? I don't know how loud. It's pretty loud. I'll do it here. And as you may have questions throughout your course, follow these steps to make the most of your course and become the best coder you can be. Do your own research. You usually find the answer to your question by Googling the question or the error you're experiencing. Try to solve the problem without phoning a friend. Coming to the resolution on your own will help you grow and become a stronger coder. Still stuck? Post your question on the discussion board for the course. My team is here to help. You guys are my team. Help other students by answering their questions on the discussion board. The best way to learn something is to teach it. Everyone should know how to code a computer because it teaches you how to think. Happy coding, Mush.
JavaScript is all about objects.
I guess
so in order to learn object-oriented programming, first you need to have a good understanding of objects. So in this section, I'm going to cover some fundamental concepts around objects, such as creating objects, factories and constructors, primitives and reference types, and how they behave differently, working with the properties of an object, such as adding, removing properties, as well as enumerating them. You're also going to learn how to define private properties, as well as getters and setters. If you know all these topics well, feel free to skip this section and move to the next section.
We don't know this topic, right? So, we should complete it. Printer and references. I don't think I know that primitive and reference types. Working with properties, private properties. They should have something called trespassing. Setters and getters. Is this like the set that we did, Trinox? Where you like set the new object and then it kind of like goes through, and then if there's a duplicate, then it does not get added in? Yes, no, perhaps, possibly so. What if when it code conservatory says can't code? No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't know this. Okay. I'm kind of torn. Why are you torn?
About prototypes. Otherwise, continue watching. So now, let's get started.
Yeah.
Let's start this section by creating an object. So I'm going to use the let keyword in ES6, which is the replacement for var. So in ES5 and before we had var for declaring variables, but var has a number of issues when it comes to scoping. That's beyond the scope of this course. I just want to let you know that as a best practice, stop using var.
Do you think he was joking around when he said it is out of scoping, and then he says, but this is beyond out of scope of this course? Okay. Oh, good thing I didn't look at it because we're doing it now. How much does this guy get paid to make 45-second videos? I think it's longer than 45 seconds though. Because I think the course is actually quite long. It is, where was it? Oh, course contents. I mean, there's a good amount, I would say. They're not all 45 seconds. I wonder if there is a way to figure out how many, hopefully this adds up to at least like 1 hour of content. But this is the one that I'm doing. Yeah, but then I wonder how much do they get if they have like the discounted course, because this one was $9.99.
Use either let or const. With const, you're basically defining a constant, so you won't be able to reassign it. If you want to reassign a variable, use let. Now in this demo, I'm going to use const to define a constant. So let's call this circle and set it to an object. Here I'm using object literal syntax. So these curly braces, we refer to them as object literal syntax. An object in JavaScript is essentially a collection of key value pairs. So inside these curly braces, I'm gonna add...
Wait, my question is then, do I never use var again? Majority of my variables would be let. Yeah. Anyways.
Add a few key value pairs. Let's add radius and set it to 1. Let's add another key, like location. Now this time the value can be an object. So again, I'm using object literal syntax. In this object, we can have a couple key value pairs, like x and y. Now let's add another key value pair. So the key is draw. The value is a function that is for drawing the circle. So for now, let's just do a simple console.log. Now I want to define a few terms here. This circle object has 3 members: radius, location, and draw. If a member is a function, we refer to that as a method. So here we say draw is a method.
Okay, I know that. Who came up with Susie Bites? That's is correct. You really want to use var. No, I didn't. These several reasons why you'd use var, but they're not worth getting into right now. Okay. Get to car example in a sec. There are... Wow. Okay. Good to know. But generally, the majority of my variables would be const, correct? Because it allows for flexibility, like when I'm doing things like count, and then it's constantly like being reassigned. If that makes sense? Yeah. Anyways.
These other members are what we call properties. Now, in some JavaScript tutorials, they refer to all these members as properties, whether they're functions or not. But technically, in object-oriented programming, properties and methods are fundamentally different because a property is used to hold values. A function or a method is used to define some logic. So, now that we have the circle up,
that's interesting. Properties, members, defines values, functions, methods, and then they call upon logic.
Object, we can access its members using the dot notation. So
I already went through this. Should I just include it still? Or maybe I can just add as like a supplement. Actually, I could just do like dots. Maybe I can do something like this.
The circle, dot, look, here are the members. We can call the draw method. Now note here on the right side, I've got Chrome open. This is Chrome Developer Tools. As soon as I save my changes here, you will see that Chrome is going to refresh because here with live server, we have hot reloading. So, save.
But where's my live server again? Oh shit, I'm doing it. Oh no, I'm doing it in the right one. Where's my live server? What am I missing? Hi Anthony, how are you doing? I did get the live server extension. It was working earlier and then I had restarted this, but now it's not showing. But I had the extension. Let me just close this again. You know, I'm really nervous to use use this because it's like brand new. See, now it's showing up again. I hope I don't have to like constantly. Oh, damn it, opened up in like a brand new thing. What happened?
And here.
There's this draw. Mine doesn't say draw. Console, I spelled that right. Circle. I'm on my JS one. Radius. What's wrong with this? Doesn't it look like almost the same? App draw function. After the curly brace. Oh, wow. So particular. No, there's still an issue with it. That one has a comma, that has a comma. This has a comma. This doesn't need a comma because it's the last one. Line 6. I got the line 6. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Here's the result. So as soon as we change our code, the new code is loaded inside Chrome. So, object literal is a simple way to define an object. But we can also define objects using factories and constructors, and that's the topic for the next lecture.
Okay, create objects. I guess this is one. And constructor.
Alright, now let's imagine we want to create another circle. With the current implementation, we have to duplicate all this code, like this. Now, this can be a problem if we have one or more methods in our object. In this case, we have this draw method here, and as you can see, we have duplicated that in two different places. So if there is a bug in this method, you have to come back and fix it in multiple places. Now, this is a very simple object. Imagine if this circle object had 10 methods. So object literal syntax is not a good way to create an object and duplicate it if this object has at least one method. If an
So you wouldn't want to use object.
object has one or more methods, we say that object has behavior, like a person that can do different things, so it has behavior. Now let's imagine here we didn't have this draw method. Duplicating this object wouldn't be a big deal. So basically we would end up with two objects, and then here we could use different values. So creating objects with the object literal syntax is an issue only if that object has behavior. So what's the solution? The solution is to use a factory or a constructor function. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to delete this second circle and define a function called createCircle.
I should include the example in here. So nasty. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I want you, and you want me, and I want you. What you're saying. You want me to turn on? But I need it. Or do you want me to just make my desktop music better? Okay. I'll just use literals. If it's just more than one method, the object has previous factories and constructor. Factories and constructors.
Now I'm going to move all this code inside this new function, like this. Now we don't need to declare a constant, we can simply return this object.
I should just write it out. Return radius. Where's the method though?
Now this circle requires a radius, so instead of hard coding 1 here, I'm going to add a parameter here, radius, and then set that here. Now in ES6 we have this new feature, so if the key and the value are the same, we can remove the noise in the code by removing the value. So we can only add radius.
This is a lot of information all at once. So picky, I know. I'm just not going to play any music. 15% more. No. The video would be separate as before. It would just be separate as like online on like right here. On line 10. Okay, I need to figure out how to group all of this information because this is kind of like a ES6 thing. I guess 6 kind of thing. And then what they said was that if the object has the same parameter as a member property, a value.
Now to simplify the code, so you can focus on what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to drop this location property.
Okay. Let me put this in here. So then you normally have it like before we had it like this. I'll just drop this too then. Normally you have it like this. We assign a value to the property member radius. And then the other way that they did it was just radius. We can also assign the radius value to itself. But because it's pretty self-explanatory, or it's redundant, due to redundancy, this allows us to drop the value if it is defined within the parameter redundancy. Cool. Okay. I don't want to look it up later though, because I'm gonna have to look it up anyway, so there's no point. What's the point of going through this if I'm not going to like absorb the information?
We don't really need it. Instead, I'm going to add our draw method. So key, value, and let's do a simple console.log draw. Okay? So this is what we call a factory function. Now, we can simply call this function to create a new circle. So constant circle, we call create circle and pass 1 as the radius.
So then when you cross circle that draw, you're just still going to draw, but then if you're assigning circle to create circle with a radius of 1 and it's still going, so is there going to be 2 I mean, what is going to be outputted for that, because we're not calling the console.log, right? Does that make sense to you guys? I guess, and he didn't really define what factory function is. And I need definitions. Which is not a class extra that returns really a new object. There's an function return an object. When it does so without the new keyword, it's a factory function. Well, it's an attractive interest because they offer the ability to easily produce object instances without diving into the complexity of classes. There's a very handy object literal syntax. It looks something like this. Left side of the is a property, and the right side so you can access properties with a dot notation. You can also access computer property names using square brackets, blah blah blah. If you have variables in scope with the name, your property names, you can omit the colon, and value. Wow, this blog is going through like the entire lesson right now. So as you use primary at Snoopy. I thought the primary function of the factory function, it says that it doesn't return a right? Enter it to 13. Also apply method to any other object. If you need to create many objects, you want to combine the power of object literals and factory functions. With factory function, you can create as many user objects as you want if you're building. It seems like, I guess you're just not using the new keyword. And also a lot of other user objects representing all the other users who are currently signed in a check. So you can switch this turn. Oh my god! What's this? Specific without the new keyword. Okay. They want me to take my dog in. Let me see. That's weird. It's the neighbor who wants to. I think the neighbor got the idea. Because the new keyword returns an object without using a return. Oh. Okay, so factories and constructors. Factory object. Basically, for factory objects, then uses the keyword return, right? Thanks for the follow. So it uses the keyword return, and that's basically the difference, right? So then I assume that the other one that they're going to talk about is going to use the new keyword. In the object to return a new object. Instead of using new to create a new object. Return. Instead of using new. When you set some property to this stuff, then you should new keyword to create objects unless this dot first name will be undefined without using new. To simplify the concepts right now, think a factory function as synonymous for functions that creates and return to me the newly created objects. Okay. And then the dot this. An object factor, is that what it? True enough, it's a factory function. Factory. Function. Factory function. And then if you need to create many objects, you'll want to combine the power of object literals and factory function, with which you can create as many objects as you want. Create as many objects as you want. Okay. Let's just get back to, I just closed it. Why? Constructors. Oh, I should have, I still need a little bit more details in terms of distinguishing. I need to review this, I think. Actually, I only need this one. Be with you. I apologize. I'll make it for all this time. And then here what we're doing is we call the function create circle to create a new object called, is that correct? I'm calling the function create circle to create a new object called const circle. Const circle. And then we're basically, I guess, like as an explanation, the object is created because create circle ends up returns the object. Right? This might be easy for you guys to understand, but I have to like read through it to make sure I'm on the same page. Returns the object, and then you get this returned. I should have done a row below and just done this. And then there's this. Returns the object. So basically then what this would be this is a const circle equals this, right? Makes sense? Yes? No? Maybe so? You don't know? I don't care. When is the radius? We need to max out her chair meter, guys. No, you don't. I am focused right now. Don't unfocus me. So I can get this done. Okay, I think that makes a lot more sense, right? So you have your object literals and object literals. The way, I guess, for object-oriented programming, your properties are actually called members, and then your function are methods, and then like this is great, but then if you have like a bunch of them, you need to copy them. If there's an error, then you have issues with that. So what you want to do is you want a factory function, which I guess like manufactures objects. And what happens in this is, because it's returning an object, when you create like a new object, you can just call upon that particular function, and then it will create that particular object. So in this instance, when you have const circle equals create circle 1, const circle ends up being this entire object that was returned right here. But then the radius would be set to 1 because that was the parameter that was inputted when we had called in create circle. Yes? Turnip! They actually went over that up here. So normally when I guess you have like the function, you have like radius, and we usually set it to something. But then if you have like the parameter here, the radius is already going to be set to the radius. So as shorthand, you don't have to do radius. So they all work, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah, it is a little bit confusing because I mean this ES6 stuff is like brand new right now. But that's why I don't know, we're just going at a slower pace.
Now there is another way to create an object using a constructor function. So let's delete circle.draw and define a constructor function. I want you to see them side by side. So once again, we define a function, but the naming convention we use for a constructor function is different. The first letter should be uppercase. So we call it circle with an uppercase C.
Interesting.
To developers with background in languages like C# and Java, this kind of looks like a class. However, as you can see, we're defining a function. In JavaScript, we don't have the concept of classes. So our circle function is going to take a radius parameter, but in the body, instead of returning an object, we're going to use the this keyword to set the properties of this object. What is this? This is basically a reference to the object that is executing this piece of code. You're going to see that in a second. So imagine we have a new empty object in memory. Now we're going to use this to reference that object and then use dot notation to set various properties on that object. So we can set the radius property to this radius argument. Similarly, we can define another property, draw, but this is more accurately a method, so we set it to a function. And here we do a console.log of draw. Okay, now we can create a new circle like this. We use the new operator to call the circle function and pass 1 as the argument. When we use the new operator, a few things happen under the hood. This new operator will create an empty object. So, like this, an empty object. Then, it will set this to point to that object, because by default, this points to the global object. If you're running this code inside of a browser, the global object is the window object. If you're running it inside a node environment, the global object is global. Let me show you. So, I'm gonna do a console.log of this. Let's see what happens. So, save the changes. Now, look. This is this circle object here. And here we have
this. Let's save this. And draw is equated to the function, and radius is set to 1 from the new circle, right? Another. It doesn't tell you which one it is though, huh? Like that another one is this and this. Does that make sense? Okay. But this concept, I think, is a little bit confusing.
Two members, draw and radius. This is because we use the new operator here. If I remove that, let's see what happens. So save the changes. Now, this references the window object. So this is the global object in the browser. We don't want to use this. We don't want to mess up with this. We don't want to define global variables because they're bad practice, because they're available everywhere in our application. So it is possible that one function or another will modify the value of these variables accidentally and create a bug in our application. So when we use the new operator to call a function, three things happen. First, this new operator will create an empty object. Then it will set this to point to that object. And finally, it will return that object from this function. So note that here, we don't have an explicit return statement. We're not returning this. This will happen automatically when we use the new operator. So let me delete this. Also, we don't need console.log here. So basically, we have two ways to create an object. We can use a factory function or a constructor. There is nothing special about these. They're both regular functions in JavaScript. If we return an object in this function, we refer to that function as a factory function. In contrast, if we use the this keyword along with the new operator, we refer to that function as a constructor function. Now you might ask, what is the difference between these two patterns?
I was going to ask that.
Which approach should you use?
When do you want to know?
It really depends who you ask. Developers coming from languages like C# and Java prefer the constructor function syntax because this looks like creating an instance of a class. But once again, in JavaScript, we don't really have classes. Other developers don't like this approach. They prefer to use factory functions. And one of their arguments is, what if a developer forgets to use the new operator here? Then we're defining these property methods on the global object, which is in this case the window object. But this discussion, this argument is really outdated. With the modern JavaScript and the tools that are available to us, we get an error if we forget to use the new operator here. So my suggestion to you is not to get hung up on these religious arguments about factories versus constructors. As a developer, you should be familiar with both these patterns because as you work on different projects and different teams, you will see both of these patterns for creating an object. So you should understand how they work. Choose the pattern that you prefer.
Thank you. Constructors. Oh, Future Tuesday. You speak. More formal. Depends on the situation. It really depends. I see. Okay. Let me take notes on this. Because at least one. But you guys then agree that if the object has at least one method, then you should use either a factory function or a constructor, right? We shouldn't use object literals because the object has behavior. This is you. I think it's a combination of using this and new. So you use to make an object that you don't need a constructor for. Cover function, I would always use factory function. I see. It's very interesting to kind of see everyone's take on it. Returns a new object using the new keyword. And what else does it do? Utilizes this keyword. Great. So then Oh, okay, and then you have your constructor. So I'm gonna also include this in the notes so that it is easier to understand. Here's the constructor function. This is reference to objects. This is reference. And then they also said that to the object. I don't think I wrote this correctly. It says this is in reference to the object executing the code. I guess it's executing the code because you're calling the function new circle 1. But it's also in reference to the new object that we're creating, right? So this refers to another, if that makes sense. Yeah? Extensions should be preferred when you can use them. You should have private and public properties. Then you'll see a lot of factory functions. I think we're going to get to private properties, just so you guys know. Anyways, this refers to object executing the code. Use dot notation, which I think is pretty, I mean, I think the dot notation part is pretty self-explanatory. So we have that. And then we have this. And then it's my bad. First letter of the function name is colors, which returns new. If you don't use new, then it points to a global variable. What happens to you? Okay. It's new. And this would happen. In the example today, we creating a new object called another calls, I guess it invokes the function circle 1, which creates the object using the new keyword. What a mouthful that is. But does that make sense? You have a new object and then which was create an object using the new keyword. Perfect. I feel like you guys probably think that like my notes are unnecessary, but in my defense, I do read, I do look over my notes, regardless of, even if you guys don't look over your notes, I personally look over my notes, and I feel like they're usually rather helpful for me. Constructor function. So that's why my notes need to be beautiful. Constructor function, and then we have this, which is going to be our factory. Whoops. Let me merge this. Factory function. This is why it takes me so long to study. So we have our factory function, and then we have our object literals. Ah, freak. This is why we need music, you guys, but you guys don't like it when I play my music. Always complaining. And let's make this a little bit less. I don't like it when like things are like too long, so if I can combine it to make it one thing, then I normally will. Oh, I need to not make it one thing, but just like, so it's like side-by-side comparisons. There you go. There we go. And then we can merge this. And I feel like this still looks really weird. There you go. Much better. Hi, Lito, Poison PT. What are you guys writing right now? This is very nothing good to see. No, nothing good to see. Going to your bank game number. Also, just saying it out loud more slowly. If you have any mistakes in reasoning, we can hear it more easily. I used to do it with like pen and paper too, and I realized that I have one, a really ugly handwriting, and two, I type a lot faster than I write, and three, you can't have all these colors. You need this document. I'll send it to you. You should see like my beginning JavaScript notes when I first started. Yeah. On to the next.
Every object in Java.
Actually, maybe not. What time is it? It's 2:42. Any other questions right now that anybody may have? Right now.
Has a property called constructor. Yeah. And that references the function that was used to construct or create that object. So here we have two objects, circle and another. Let's look at the constructor property. So here on the console, another dot constructor.
Another dot constructor. This is a reference to object executing the code. Those are my notes. Oh, because I didn't save it. I was like, wow, it's so descriptive. But those were my notes from before, and I was like, I should console.log more often. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay.
So as you see, this returns our circle function that we used to create this object. Now let's look at circle.constructor. What is this? Well,
What is this?
you can tell that this is a function because here we have this blue F. And as you can see, the first letter of this function is uppercase. So this is a built-in constructor function in JavaScript. When we create an object using the object literal syntax, internally, the JavaScript engine uses this constructor function. Let me show you. So I'm going to temporarily delete all this code.
No.
Let's define an object like this. When we use this syntax, object literal, JavaScript engine will translate that to something like this. Let x equals new object.
Okay.
Okay? So, this circle object, we created and returned it from our factory function. And because we use the object literal syntax, internally it was created using this object constructor function.
That's a lot of object factory literal constructor functions objects. What power? What are you guys talking about? One question there's. You like Udemy lessons better? Yeah, but then this was a paid one. Wait, what's going on? Hi, Rasta. Let me get this right. Another constructor DevTools shows that you are calling on function circle radius. The constructor function.
In JavaScript, we have a few other built-in constructors. For example, we have string for creating strings, but quite often we use string literals. So single quote or double quote or backtick.
How come I've always done? How come I always did like new string equals when I could have done the new? It's just like the keyword for it, right? So can I do new array too? And then that would give me this. Because is that like saying new object? And then that gives you this. Is this ES6? Shoes. Hi. Spectre, you're so late to the game. Who cares about loyalty points? I don't give you anything. So you have to assign a variable. Oh, interesting. Are you saying yes to all my questions? What else can I create? I guess those are the main things. Hey. Oh, but it would be new string. Yeah. Oh, right here. That's what I have. Oh, I just want to know. You guys always skipped over my question, but this is ES6, right? And then creating new, what would you say instead of using like object? Creating new and new things. We'll just call it new things for now. That's pretty cool. At least I think it's pretty cool because I've always set it to something. Actually, I don't think I need this. So this is like the object literal way, and then what is this called? The object constructor. I don't need to be anymore. Did the not come from? I don't remember typing that. But you don't have to assign it to her on without going into much detail. New is yes 5. I see. Shut up, cow. That's the constructor call. New. It's new to me. New constructor. Why are you playing Fortnite without me? Actually, I don't even want to play Fortnite because my keyboard sucks right now. And I feel like my mouse is like super laggy. So, and I do feel a difference, even though you guys don't think I do. Var new string equals. Yes, this seems self-explanatory. New equals for new obj equals empty obj. And then instead of doing all of that, what can we do now? We can use the new constructor. Pretty cool. Using the new constructor. So then you would have like var string equals new string. That's kind of almost like a much longer. Oh wait, we're not using var. We have to use the let's because we have to not use var, right? Let new string equals new string. Someone told me the world was gonna roll me. Does this correct? So you only had 1 kill and you got number 1. So were you hiding most of the time? I don't care about that. No, I don't. You have 41 courses? Hey, now you're an all-star. Good. You can hear that? I can barely hear that, but I have headphones on. Okay. Anyways. Jesus, I don't know how you have like so many courses. This is getting very long. I should...
Using these literals is cleaner and simpler than using the constructor. We also have Boolean, but again, we don't use this. We either use true or false.
Oh, so that's why I do it like this. That's stupid. Do I even need this in my notes then? If this is the way that I'm doing it already. I guess I could just put a note. Using literals is the preferred method for creating new variables. For creating new variables. Okay. He loves learning, but he's gone through like nothing. This is not enough? What?
So we refer to these as Boolean literals. We also have number, but instead we use number literals, like 1, 2, 3, whatever.
1, 2, 3,
So
whatever.
this is what I want you to take away. Every object has a constructor property, and that references the function that was used to create that object.
Stay here. Okay. The time has come, my children. You haven't, that aren't dev related, then what are you doing with your life? You're supposed to be deving it up. I am going to whoa, my camera is like so dark right now. Why does that happen? It's so weird. I am going to do some errands, and yeah, I got a life. You guys should try to find one. This is like so stupid right now. And then you guys can have a nice weekend. I'm gonna try to stream code this weekend, even though my track record says differently. Fuck this shit. I'm not gonna fix this. What does it mean? That you guys need to get a life? What you should do is you guys need to. I should have made a command for it from my YouTube video. Spectre 3, thanks for the bits. I see you. Spend it on me instead of those 41 courses that you're never going to. You're never gonna get through. It's like 41 courses at $9.99. I really do hope that you used my Ebates account. It'll show me, or it'll just tell me if you used it, and then I better get that $25 referral. Alright, I'm heading out. Have a good weekend, you guys, and a happy Friday. Goodbye.